What's going on, YouTube? I'm Wayne with Wayne's Fish World, and you're looking at my 125-gallon system right now. It's a 6-foot-long tank. It's my pride and joy. And if you're new to my channel, thanks for checking it out. But we're not going to be talking about the freshwater tank in this video. We're going to be talking about my 55-gallon saltwater tank, or what was left of that tank. Yeah, there's a reason I haven't made an update in 2 weeks. Right when the system was getting back on track, 0 nitrates, 0 phosphates, near perfect water parameters, I broke my tank. There's not an easier way to say it. I'm going to be blunt. I broke it. It was tempered glass, and you can watch a video on tempered glass and see tempered glass explode. You really don't realize how much it explodes until you witness it in real life. We're going to get to how it happened in a minute. Well, the system finally got back on track with water parameters, and I said, you know, I'm not going to invest any more money into the system or put any more livestock in it. Even though the water parameters are fine, I'm not going to invest any more money or time into it unless I showcase the tank right. Now, I could have a good-looking tank, phenomenal-looking tank, but if my stand or my canopy or anything that's showcasing it is off, it's going to basically destroy the appeal of the tank. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take my methods from the 20-gallon long build that I'm building upstairs. And don't worry, guys. A lot of people are asking about that. It's still coming. It's just I decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on this tank. I'm going to finish putting 2 more lights on here and finish planting it and a few more fish, and it'll be done. And then I can really have fun with it and sit back and relax. But don't worry. We'll still make videos on freshwater. And, I mean, this tank is going to have problems. There's no doubt about that. You can never predict the perfect. I mean, it's never going to be perfect. But I also want to tackle the 55-gallon. And once I have this on, you know, on its 2 feet, I'll kind of coexist it with the 20-gallon long. So I made a new stand for it. I mean, the skeleton was done. Only thing that wasn't done was the stand for the auto top-off system and the shelves I'm going to build inside the stand. And I can't finish the stand inside the sump area until I get my display, because it's going to tie in with it. And that's right, I'm getting a new 55-gallon display tank. Pretty much what happened, I built my tank, my stand, and I cleaned up the 29-gallon, brought it back inside, cleaned up the 55-gallon tank, was bringing it back inside. I was on the phone with my girlfriend. I said, I'll put the phone down 1 second, I'm going to spray it down, bring it back in. Okay, my basement door leading outside is kind of narrow. And I had to open 2 doors, the screen door and the wooden door, to get in the basement. And as I'm doing that, I laid the 55-gallon on its side. Don't know exactly how it happened, but the back panel blew out. Tempered glass exploded. I was not a happy camper, to put it that way. I came back in here and it wasn't pretty, put it that way. But there was a lot of mixed emotions going through my mind at that time. I said, am I mad, am I sad, or am I relieved? I was very angry because I broke that 55-gallon tank, meaning I needed to buy another tank. I was sad because that's my 55. I had a lot of memories in that. Even though it recently it's had its bad days, back in the day when it had its glory days, that tank was rolling. And then I was kind of relieved because all the crap that went through the 55, it was over. But I didn't want to give up. So I decided not to. Enough talking. Let's look at what's going on. Alrighty, here we go. And that is not the new tank. Let me make that clear. That is the broken tank. But here's the stand. It's 5 foot wide and 6 foot tall. The reason I want it 6 foot tall is because it can showcase the tank better. The only downside, I should have thought about this, but the only downside of this build was the fact that this room it's not much room, and I have big arms, so I can fit my arm in there, but barely. So I might have to fix this. I might have it to the point, since this framework right here doesn't really hold up anything, I might put this on hinges, like, because I'm going to have to open this part up anyways. I might take this plyboard, this 2x4 off and make this go on hinges. That way it just opens up and I don't have to worry about, you know, not be able to fit my hand in there or my arm in there. But here's the plus. The sump has so much room. I can get in there and do whatever I want, and I'm unlimited almost in what I can do in this sump. This is so much space. That's a 29-gallon tank, by the way. Here's the broken 55-gallon tank, and I have plans for this, and I'm not in no rush to do it. But I finished scraping out all the glass, and here's the front panel and the two side panels. Now what I've done is, I don't know, the camera's not going to pick it up, there's not enough light, but I've scraped off all the glass and almost all the silicone on the back panel. So when the time comes, I can find another piece of glass or plexiglass. Now I said plexiglass because I'm going to get into that. I can find another piece of glass or plexiglass, probably plexiglass, because I don't trust myself. I don't think I can seal it good enough. I mean, I probably can, but I'm not willing to take that risk. I'm not willing to seal this glass up and then have a year from now, let's say I have discus in here, which I was actually thinking about, and then it leaks, and then all that money's going down the drain. I have to rebuild the tank and let a new tank cycle, and where the heck do I put the discus at when that's happening, or whatever fish I have in there. So I think I'm going to turn this thing into a polydarium, a plant tank or vivarium, something with some frogs maybe. I don't know yet, but front glass is going to be plexiglass. I think I'm going to have a lot of plants in here, maybe some orchids and mosses, all kinds of stuff. But that's what I think I'm going to do. Don't think I'm ever going to put water in the system again. I would love to turn this into my sump since it's 55 gallons, but I didn't plan for that. I planned for this, and my sump is either going on this side or that side. Really can't plan it until I put my display in here and I get my display tomorrow, in like 12 hours from now. It's like 12:30 at night now. I was watching River Monsters and I said I gotta make a video. So in a few hours when I wake up, I'm going to go get my tank with my girlfriend, and I will come back at you and we are gonna have some fun. Stay with me, guys. What's going on, YouTube? Coming back at you. Just called my local fish store and they got the 55-gallon tank. You're probably wondering, why are you carrying a blanket? Well, haven't got a bed liner in my truck yet, as you can see, so I'm just gonna wrap the tank up, just make sure it's secure. Last time when I bought the 125 home with the toolbox on, since the toolbox was 2 foot and the bed was 8 foot, it fit perfectly in there, 6 foot, so didn't have to worry about it sliding around. I got to worry about the 55 sliding around. So I'm probably gonna put it up in the corner of one of my tanks and just try to keep it secure. I don't want to put anything up next to it. I don't want to put ratchet straps up to it or anything because my toolbox is on the other truck anyways. But I just want to make sure it's, you know, by itself and just cushion it up a little with the blanket. So hopefully that'll break its fall. So just waiting on my girlfriend. She's gonna come over here and then we're going over to the local fish store. I'll be back, guys. Oh hell yeah!
You have issues.
Oh, I know. And they know too.
Well, I hope they know you have issues.
Alright, you can stop it. Alrighty, after a 2 anxious week of waiting, I've got the 55-gallon tank. And first of all, I want to say Merry Christmas to all you guys out there, because I probably won't make a video before Christmas. I doubt I'll do on Christmas Day because I'll be busy going places. So, Merry Christmas to all you guys out there, or Happy Holidays, whatever you are, whatever religion you are, whatever. Really, really loving that overflow. It's going to look a lot better than a DIY overflow. It's got the holes drilled in the bottom. I've got my plumbing kit right here. I'm probably going to go about Lowe's if I need something else. Now I know I can put the sump on this side of the stand. And I'm going to get it building. Be back, guys. Alright, I think I put it together correctly. And this is the bulkheads on the bottom. Had to think about how it was going to go together because it had no instructions. So if you're not a plumber, and I mean you've never done plumbing in your life before, this could be a bit of a hassle and you could probably be useless. That's the one thing I didn't like about this tank. It did not come with instructions on the overflows. A lot of people that's going to have a reef ready tank probably already know how to do it, and that's probably what they figured. But you know, not everybody's going to know how to do it. It's not going to be the same thing or the same case for everyone. So I'm going to lift the tank up, install the bulkheads and the overflows. This is the return. I do like that. You can have you can change the flow rate or the direction of the flow in the tank. Alright, we got it installed. All we have to do is tighten it with a wrench. Now you don't want to tighten it too tight on the bottom because it'll crack the glass, obviously. You just want to get a little snug fit, make sure water can't get through. Basically this is the overflow. Water drains down through here. It has a little hole drilled in here so air can come in and continuously give out downwards flow. And this is the return. Pretty much the same thing, except for I really like this. It has a spray bar on there, and I can direct that into the tank wherever I want. Also, these panels, these overflows, you can take these off or put them on, and it'll basically allow more flow or less flow to go down to the sump. The fittings on the bottom are slip for vinyl tubing. and that's going to be really easy, and I can just mount the vinyl tubing right here where the Micron sock's going to go, and that's what's going on. I'll come back at you guys when I get this thing tightened up. I got to paint the panels black. That's my next step. Not putting water in here until my panels get painted black, because it'll be harder to, you know, paint it black in the end instead of painting it black up front. So this panel is going to be black, the back panel. The side panel is going to be black, and also the other side panel will be black. So all you'll see is a black background with the clear front panel. And I think that's going to work great, guys. I'll come back at you later on. Bear with me, guys. Well, guess what? I found some Krylon black spray paint in the shed, and I thought I had some. So I'm going to show you how you spray paint a black back of a tank. Now, I do not recommend you do this inside, but it's too cold outside, so I'm forced to. Basically, what you want to do when you're spraying this thing, you want to do, just hold it and go side to side. Get a little off the ends and hold it 6 to 8 inches away. That way you get a nice clean coat, and you don't want anything running. And we're going to do that to 3 sides. We're going to take our time when we get to the side panels, and I'll come back at you guys. Here's what you get with the first couple layers. I ran out of the can. The can was not halfway. It was not full. So if I had a full can, I could have probably done the back panel. Got to put a couple more layers on it. This side panel is going to be black, like I said. But I did not say this. I'm going to only spray paint this part right here black. I'm going to leave this open because you never know. Some fish or some invertebrate or something, or who knows, God knows what's going to get clogged up down here. And I do plan on siphoning this out every now and then just in case, you know, detritus build up. Got my phone ringing. Hold on. Alright, you guys can see it's pretty much done. I'm going to give it one more layer after this layer dries. And here's an overall look, and that looks so much better than a glass panel that's clear. If you have all black, it's so much better for a couple of reasons. One, it's less stressful to the fish, especially like tanks and stuff, because they'll see the reflection over there even though we can't see it. If you're in the tank, you can see your own reflection through the glass. It's kind of weird, it's just how it works. But especially tanks that are established and they see another tank, they might start fighting, they might start darting back. But it's just so much more relaxing to the fish. It keeps them calmer. It's more appealing. It makes your corals pop because all this black is contrasting all the colors. And this is a spray paint I use, guys. It was in my local hardware store. It's not even 2 minutes away up the road. And this stuff went on so much better than Krylon spray paint. Not saying you can use it in the aquarium like Krylon, but outside painting the glass, it went on so much better. I'm pretty sure there's some paints out there that's better than this, but that's what I use to finish it up, and I'm gonna give it one more layer, guys. I'll be back at you guys later. Stay tuned. Hoping you're having fun just like I am. Alright, this is going to end part 1. There's going to be many more videos coming up in the future about this tank. This is just the beginning, guys, and you can see I'm starting to stack some live rock in here. Definitely not the final way of stacking it, but we'll see what's going to happen in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you'll join in next time. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Later.